Good morning. How are you? Today is February 4th, 2025, and it is 6:42 here in Alabama where I am. What time is it where you are? Where are you? Okay, let me know in the chat. Where are you? What time is it? So I'm not going to be before you long. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Excuse me. Give you guys an update on where we are in the book writing process. You guys know that I'm releasing volume 2 of my memoir series on, in March this year, 2025. So I've been kind of like keeping you guys a little bit updated with the progress, the process, like where we are. That's what you see here on your screen. It's a conversation between my editor and I. And as you can see, I use Upwork. And you guys are like you're welcome to, use my editor. Obviously, I've already vetted her. I love her. Her name is Allison Outland, and you can look her up right there on Upwork. No, they're not sponsoring me. I just like her. I haven't had any issues with the site or anything. So, yeah, that's just, been my experience with them. So yeah, let me show you guys the message. So, let me see, was it yesterday morning? I guess it was. It was a super late, super early live broadcast that I did, writing with me. And so I was letting you guys know where we were. Oh, what is going on with my mouse this morning? You guys see this madness? Okay, so I was telling you about the correspondence between her and I, where we were in the process. You guys can see how we send each other back and forth. The book, in the the latest status or the latest changes that we've made. So yesterday I received back, she sent it back pretty fast too, because remember I was telling you she was taking Sunday off, right? And so I wanted her to have the updates that I made, or the changes I made, when she got up Monday morning and started back working on the project. So she sent it back pretty fast. I mean, look, like she responded back to me here saying, "Hello, Delores. Thank you. I had a lovely weekend. I hope you did as well." Then she says, "I'm excited to dive into the changes and see how everything shapes up. I'll get started on them this morning." And then she said, "Best regards, Allison." And then she sent it back to me. Look, you guys, she sent it back at 1:49 yesterday. And then of course she says hi. She's attached the, y'all see how my mouse is acting all weird. Anyway, so she's attached the updated draft of the book. Come on. So updated draft of the book, which incorporates the changes, of course, the changes that I sent her, right? And she said, moving forward, she'd like to clarify my preference. And then she said, would you like for me to continue reviewing the book for section to section flow and organization? So remember, I told you guys that's going to be part of the process. It's, we'd all love for it to be just as easy to write a book and put it out there, right? But that's only part of the process. Part of it is making sure that it makes sense, making sure that it's readable, that it flows. So you see here how she was talking about the section to section flow and organization. And then we move forward here, and then she says, or would you prefer a more detailed structural analysis? Y'all see how the mouse is acting up? Oh my God. I think I just need to restart my computer. Anyway, so detailed structural analysis. Come on. OMG. Okay, detailed structural analysis based on the outline. And then she says, I have made one significant structural change. Remember, we were talking about that, right? Like there was a it was previously chapter 3, right? I had it up in the middle of the book, and she felt that it would flow better if I moved it to chapter 5. And I agree with her. I was like, yeah, yeah, that does. Like, once I thought about it, it made perfect sense. It totally made the flow that much smoother. So that's the change that she made for me. Um, and then she said, but I didn't notice any other major issues needing further reorganization. So, as far as the organization part of it, it sounds like we've got it where we want it, right? So she says she didn't see anything else, and I didn't see anything else. So I think as far as the organization goes, we're fine with it. We're happy with the way the flow is, and how it's organized. Let's put it that way. So then she says, additionally, I would like to know if you are comfortable with me making direct additions to enhance the flow and provide transitions, or if you prefer that I highlight the areas for you to revise. So you see here, she's asking, if I give her, that leeway to go ahead and make the changes directly to the document, or if I'd rather her just put notes in the side of it for me to change if I want to. So I'm fine with her making the changes, and then her letting me know that those changes were made. There were some changes that she made that I wanted to go back to how I originally had it, but there was no issue with, reverting back to how it was. So no issues there. But for the most part, I'm happy with the changes that she makes. I've just had maybe one or two that I wanted to go back to how I originally had it. And then she says, I appreciated the chapter titles and revisions you provided, and I'm happy to proceed in whichever manner best meets your needs. And then she says here, let me know how you like to move forward, and I'll adjust accordingly. Looking forward to your thoughts. So I haven't responded back yet. Only thing I've done was I went into the this document here that she sent me with those most recent changes. And the only thing I've done, I hadn't even looked through it. The only thing I've done was went into the into Word, and the feature that I was showing you guys where it will read the book to you. It's called Read Aloud. It's under the review tab. And so I just listened to the book, and just like took a nap as I was listening to it, and just kind of letting it, just kind of listening to it, letting it kind of get into my spirit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta listen to it. So, because it's like, for me, the editing process is totally different when you can hear the book being read to you, like you can hear it aloud. Because, like when you're reading it, it's like you're reading it inside your head, like I, sometimes will read it out loud to kind of hear it back to myself, or just to see how it flows reading it out loud. But like when it's read to me, there's like a different, there's like a whole different like way you can evaluate it, and like it makes the editing process that much more thorough, in my opinion. So I encourage you to do that same thing. So as you can see, you guys, wait a minute, what happened? Did you stop sharing my screen? Let's see. I don't know. It just went blank for a minute. So let me stop sharing, and then I'm gonna reconnect and let you guys see where we are in the process. Okay, so here we are. As you can see, I included the book cover here. I designed the book cover. What do you guys think about it? Let me know. And you guys have already seen this here, Handle with Care, I Am Somebody's Daughter. You will see this on the journal. I've created a journal for this volume of the memoir series. I've also designed a t-shirt and other merchandise to go along with this movement. this is going to be a movement. Okay, like it really is. Because I think that this is going to be very freeing for a lot of us daughters who have been objectified, you know. Um, I go into, what objectification is and how it impacts us and, just all the complexities um, of being a daughter and all that that entails. So remember I was showing you guys the other day, we still haven't done any adjusting to the table of contents. This is going to dramatically shrink. So what I'm going to do here is, like, you see, like, the introduction, prologue, all that good stuff that stays. And then, like, I'll get into like the chapter 1, and then see, I'll probably keep like chapter 1, the objectified daughter, and then take all the rest of these subheadings out of the table of contents. You see what I'm saying? So then that dramatically shrinks it down. Now, all of these sections will be included the in the book, but it just doesn't need to be included in the table of contents, right? Because obviously it's going to make the table of contents like 5 pages. No, that's like, how many pages is that? Like, what's that, about 9 pages? What the heck? Anyways, it's not going to be like that in the final product. But y'all see, like, the process that you go through to, to create a product that is seen to the world, So, like, this is just kind of like a behind the scenes of, like, how, how the process works, what it takes to create a book, and to where it's something that people eventually have in their hands and they're reading it. It's like it's a whole process behind the scenes. So, okay, now you see here I've got the prologue, all that good stuff, introduction, which includes all those other subheadings, but we'll take all those other subheadings out. It's not necessary to have those in the table of contents, but they'll be here in the book, right? So keep going. Then we get into chapter 1, the objectified daughter. And then, y'all, we get into it, right? Chapter 2. And as you can see, they're relatively small chapters, right? Like, as you can see, they're relatively small, easy to digest, right? So it'd be easy to go from each concept and each main idea or major idea of the book, and and go to the next section, or easy to find the section that is most relevant to you at the time. So I mean, you see how, and it wasn't like this, right? It wasn't like this in the beginning when I first put the book together. It wasn't this many chapters. So we've increased the chapter count since we've been going through the editing process, because that is what makes the flow so much better. So you see what I'm saying? How we've worked through that through the editing process. Okay, so this is what we're looking at now. And remember, I was telling you guys there's a quiz in here. Like, I've included a quiz with all the questions in there, and then you get the results of your quiz in the book, and you'll learn what type of daughter you are. There are 8 archetypes of daughters that I've included in this book, and it gives you the type of daughter you are, and you could be a combination of archetypes, and so you'll be able to see all the different types of daughters there are, and learn how to maximize your your characteristics and your personality, your gifts. You'll be able to maximize those aspects of yourself, and not have those aspects of yourself be exploited by other people who just view you as an object to be used and abused. And so, this is a book that speaks to all daughters, various ages. I would say that, once you get up into like age 25, then you'll be able to really begin to resonate with the contents that are in this book. So I would say like 25 to about 65 this material applies to you. And it doesn't matter where you are from, what ethnicity you are, what race, what orientation, what religious affiliation, or the lack thereof, or whatever. You'll be able to resonate with what is in this book. I mean, this book covers all of us daughters. And I'm praying that this really creates like a community. Well, I've already created the community, like the foundation for the community, but I'm praying that this actually builds the community. And it's called the Kingdom Code. It stands for Community of Daughters Everywhere. And if you've purchased a fan from me, then you'll notice that the fan says code on there, and it says Community of Daughters Everywhere, because that is part of my merchandise line. And I just believe that every daughter should be a fangirl, And of course, I got a good, cute little acronym for fan. And I say that every daughter needs this. Is FAN. She needs freedom, acceptance, and nurturing. And so we need that from each other. A lot of us seek those things from a man, and I think that that's what leaves us very empty. And I'm praying that, just daughter to daughter, we realize that it's important for us to give each other that, and to be champions for each other, so that we all have freedom, acceptance, and nurturing, and that we nurture each other as women, as daughters, as girls, as a community of daughters everywhere. And so this book is a labor of love, y'all. This is, I believe this is the book I was born to write. The first book was the book I was provoked to write, and of course it's properly titled, The Pastor's Daughter Provoked was the first book. And, and rightfully so, right? Because that book I was provoked to write. I mean, like, simply put. But this book, The Pastor's Daughter Objectified, this is the book that I was born to write. And so it, this is different for me. And I am super excited to share it, to put it out into the world when it's ready, when we get through working out all the kinks and, doing all the things. So, working through the editing process. But yeah, this is it, y'all. And I'm super excited to share this book with you. So I'm going to let you go, but I wanted to make sure that you guys knew where we were in the process, and that we are trucking along. I am going to send a note back to my editor to say that I want to sit with this book. I want to sit with this for a couple of days and really get my bearings, figure out where I am. I want to, go through this table of contents and go ahead and like minimize it down, so I can get a better view of things. Like, like this right here, this is just too much. You can't really get a good view of things from here. But what I want to do is copy all of this. I want to copy the entire table of contents, because what this is going to serve as, because it's so detailed, this will serve as a very good outline. So, that'll really show me all the, like, even the smaller sections of each chapter. So I am going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to copy this. So I'm going to control copy this, and then I am going to paste this in another document, in another Word document, and use it as my overall outline, so that I know even the most minute details of each chapter. So, I mean, you see how, like, you go through and work through the process of editing and all that, and then you end up, really, really discovering some good things as you're working through the process. So I'm trying to click off of this thing. So Anyway, it won't let me. But anyway, so I will see you guys. I wish you a wonderful morning, a wonderful day on this beautiful Tuesday. Um, yeah, so have a wonderful day. And remember, you guys, I love you. You are important to me. I need you to survive. I love you guys.